It's Rob here. We're backstage with Tracy Byrd. And, you know, Tracy, it's been a few years. We're glad to see you back. And, you know, now that you're kind of out there, what do you want to make sure the fans know? If they've never seen a Tracy Byrd show, you're missing out, by the way. So what would you tell, what would you tell them?
Well, the first thing I'd tell them is it's country, traditional country music. So if you don't like traditional country music, you might not like the Tracy Byrd show. But it's fun. You know, I love to interact with the crowd. I love to talk to them. I love to hear requests yelled out. I got a great band that we can pretty much play whatever you yell out that you want to hear. And we just try to keep it loose and let the music kind of speak for itself. But I've been doing it a few years now, so I think we got pretty good at it.
We're not tired of seeing you.
Well, good.
We're never tired of seeing you.
That's wonderful. I'm not tired of singing, so that's good.
we always want to see you here in town. So since you took some time away, I know because I'm a big Byrd watcher. So you took some time away.
Yeah.
You decided to hang out with the kids.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that I decided to do. I'd been on the road for 20 years, and I had some habits that I needed to work on, some things like I was drinking too much, and so I quit that. I hadn't drank in 8 years now, and that was one of the things that I wanted to do, and I knew I couldn't do it on the road, and my kids had grown up. My daughter had grown up, you know, with me working a lot on the road because she was the oldest, and my boys were still, at the time when I got off the road, were 13 and 9. And so there were still some good years to deal with. So my older son, I was able to go home, coach his basketball teams. We actually won a national championship with his little dribblers team, and so that was great. And then we had had another traveling AAU team that we had, and he loved basketball, and so I was able to enjoy that time with him and enjoy time with my wife and with my younger son. We did a lot of hunting and fishing, and still do. And it also, you know, I think absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I quickly realized how much I love music and how much I love being out here and playing for the fans, so it was good in that respect, you know, and it gave me some time to write some songs and get a new record together, and so I put that out about a year ago, All American Texan, and you know, so a lot of good came out of just resting a little bit, you know. I had been kind of just focused on my career for all those years, which, you know, you have to be if you want to succeed in this business. But I felt like I'd earned a little vacation, and so I took a couple years just to kind of catch my breath and reevaluate my life and the music and everything else and what I wanted to do going forward.
And Michelle, you guys still have your kitchen concept store?
No. What's another thing we took care of when I was out? We closed that down, and that was a wonderful day. Retail business will consume a person, and it was consuming her, and there wasn't any reason to let it happen anymore. So we got out of that, and that was a good thing that happened while I was off too.
And for those who don't know, I know this, but Tracy was involved in an auto accident in the past. That was a pretty nasty looking wreck.
That was while I was off, and we were real lucky, blessed to be alive, because it looked like somebody should have died. And a lady pulled right out in front of us on a 65-mile-an-hour highway, and there was nothing that I could do except swerve. And thank God I swerved, or I'd have killed her for sure. And our truck flipped 4 times, and amazingly we lived. But Michelle is still dealing with the back and the neck, and she actually lost her toe on her left foot, and so she caught the brunt of it. I just hit my head and got knocked out, and woke up fine. But she's still to this day still dealing with pain that she got from that.
And so, you know, now that you took some time away, now that you're back, you're not touring, thank goodness, 300, 200 dates a year. But, you know, now that you're scaled back, it's pretty good, and we're glad to see you back out there on the road. And
well, I'm glad to be back out on the road. It's more fun today than it's ever been.
And now that your kids are, well, you know, I guess Logan's not quite grown up yet.
Well, he's 20. He's a sophomore in college, and Jared's 15, and my daughter, of course, is 23. So yeah, they're growing up. They're growing up.
Yeah, especially the other two out of the house.
Yeah, they're out of the house. So you know, it's just us now, the 3 of us, and all the dogs and cats.
Yeah. So what is an average night in the Byrd household these days if the kids aren't hanging around?
Pretty laid back, you know, watch some TV. Of course, like I said, we have all these dogs, and we have 7 dogs and 3 cats, and so there's constantly something to be done with them. So that's usually part of the night, you know, and we go to the beach a lot. You know, we have a house down there, and we spend some time down there.
And so, for those of you who knew about the whole flooding down in Galveston and Texas, Houston,
yeah,
and
all around Beaumont.
Beaumont was bad, and luckily you guys were saved.
We were saved,
but not others were, unfortunately.
Yeah, most people in Beaumont, in the city limits, were okay, but all the outlying areas were just hit so hard. I mean, water over people's roofs. It was bad.
And so we haven't heard
Still
about,
recovering from it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I heard about even a Coke, you know, Dasani water, just people just getting a truck out of there, and that was pretty crazy to see. And glad to see the Americans stepped up, and
yeah.
And I know, of course, they still need some help out there too. So it's not over yet, unfortunately.
No, it'll be years and years of coming back from that. We're used to it though, resilient to it, because there's a lot of hurricanes that we have, you know, and things. We kind of grown accustomed to that kind of stuff.
So, if there's, let's say that, you know, what did you miss from being all those days on the road? Did you miss anything?
Oh yeah, I mean the sacrifices are large.
Besides, you know, what do you miss now that you're not doing it? Do you miss any of that fun stuff that maybe you might have done on the road?
Oh, miss things like that in that way.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I got to do so many great things and experience so much cool stuff that I would have never experienced without in my career, and all of that was wonderful. It was great. But I wouldn't say there's anything I really miss. I mean, I kind of done it all, took advantage of it all, and that was that part of my life, and now this is this part of it.
All right, thank you so much for joining me,
Thank
Tracy.
you. Appreciate it, Rob. Thank you, buddy.
It was no accident. Me finding you. Someone had a handle long before